Hello and welcome, Snake here. Welcome in my unit spotlight, where I can deeply describe a unit, explain its mechanics, statistics, everything, buffs, from talents, technology, stuff like that. And today's are the almost unbreakable, dwarfish warriors, Ironbreakers. Ironbreakers are just insanely tough tier 4 unit. And this is not a joke. They have such amazing defensive stats, you would be surprised how long they can last on a battlefield. Starting from being a dwarf, give them size reduction. So they are short. So it's harder to hit them immediately. The shorter size is a benefit. It's a massive benefit, and you may laugh, but for being hit, even artillery will have a little bit more trouble because they're the shortest guys out there. So let's look into them perfectly and see what they have. Dwarfish, being a dwarf, gives them 35 spell resistance like any other dwarf. Amazing spell resistance buff for just, your infantry. Armor, pretty high. They can block missile, 55% on small arm missile. 55. That's a lot, but you can increase it. Leadership is 85. And this is a base leadership. It's just crazy. Often when you play on legendary very hard and you fight them, they fight till the last man. It's really hard to rout Ironbreakers, and I'm not joking. Speed. This here is 25 because I do have a ready technology that improved the speed by a couple of percent. Hold on. It's 10%, so yeah, as you can see, I don't have much of clans upgrades. It's a turn 50. I've been upgrading guilds because I choose one or the other at the start and then go deeper. So they should have a speed 26, 7-ish. It's terribly low. Melee attack, yeah, the melee attack is quite low, not gonna lie. But the melee defense is like double the melee attack. So that makes them really freaking hard to get hit. Weapon strength, it's decent, it's not bad. Weapon, they do way better against enemies that doesn't have much armor, because only 10 armor piercing. Charge bonus, Jesus, whenever I think about charge bonus on dwarves, I chuckle. But they also have special range weapon. It's like a frag grenade or, any kind of that dwarves use, like a blasting charge, something like that. And it's range 60. It's quite low range. So when you put them into guard mode, like a stand, and they brace, then they can throw it. However, I notice when they bracing and something comes really fast, they are unable to throw the weapon. And I don't know if that was caused by the auto shot bug, or it's just too fast hitting them and it's blocking the animation. Because in order to throw, I think they need to stop bracing animation, and there's some kind of delay. Because often I see my Ironbreakers don't throw shit at units that coming at them in normal speed. It's nothing crazy, and yet they're not throwing unless I give them the command. Which is another, problem. because whenever there is missile, sometimes they need to reorganize, so they lose brace, they start moving, and when they don't brace, obviously they lose charge defense, which is a crap. So I would say if it doesn't work, don't bother when units coming at you. Use it only when your Ironbreakers is sort of free or free of being charged in. Then you can throw it. The missile strength is, as you can see, base missile 1, armor piercing missile. The throw itself is base explosive is 27, and it does hurt a lot. And armor piercing 11. So they have 2 charges. I thought they have 1. Yeah, but they have 2 charges, and I don't think you can increase it like you can in minors. Outside of that, oh, they're immune to snow and mountain. Yeah. They can hide in forest, and again they have expert charge defense. The missile cannot attack air, so that's a problem. A lot of life, 100 entities, which is normal for dwarves, I would say. Yeah, Slayers is 80. 80. No, it's actually... Yeah, it's normal for like a melee infantry. And again, they are tier 4 for tier 4 settlement, and they need a, armory in order to be built up. Quite pricey. This is the most expensive melee infantry the dwarves will have, and yet... Oh wait, no. Holy crap. Doomseekers are more expensive if you don't play Ungrim or you don't have the follower that reduces Slayer's upkeep, then they are the most expensive. But Ironbreakers are just crazy good. And let's see what they get from a lord. So in a first tier, they are not in a typical, melee attack, melee defense tier. They are deeper. They are together with hammerers and slayers. So what they get is, unfortunately, melee attack and weapon strength. I am disappointed because I would love them to be here. Maybe because when I have Ironbreakers, I want them to be my wall, so my range unit can do stuff. And plus, how much is that? Plus 6 melee. Jesus, plus 6 melee defense would be just lovely. Definitely would love to have that buff on melee attack. And luckily for us, there is this plus 6. But the weapon strength is kind of bleh. So this is wasted. I feel like it's wasted. Of course, there are some lords, like traits. So, like these guys are a little bit better, more armor, more everything, which obviously can, affect everything. I just want to see the resources. What resources are giving? Are they any for... No, these are for range, but there was something for the melee, I think. Not sure what was it. Marble? No, marble is... There was definitely something for shielded units, but I don't remember which resources. Wine never... This is... Wow, they're all giving money. I think iron is giving something. Iron is always giving something. Okay, can I find iron? Do I see any iron? No, I don't. Yeah, pottery is also money, so... Oh, there is iron. Oh! It does not improve them. Oh, that's a bummer. Dwarf Warriors, Longbeard Slayers, Doomseekers, come on. Ironbreakers should be there. The upkeep reduction would be just great, and recruit rank and recruit cost. But the upkeep itself would just matter a lot. I guess they don't want them to be too cheap and too powerful. I respect that, but I would like to be a little bit better for that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was confused of the landmark.
Yes.
The second red line, when they have the red talent, when they are rank 7 and above, it's again not here. It's the same, and they get more melee attack, more weapon strength, and physical resistance 10%. And this physical resistance is quite good. Not gonna lie, it's quite good. And stand your ground. When you use it nearby with Ironbreakers, Jesus, they're just... it's a wall, okay? Unpenetrable wall. So you wanna... when you have Ironbreakers, you definitely wanna improve there's, you know, your army-wide buffs. Something like... is there something for them? Yeah, like Heroes Army. There was something range, yeah, physical. Yeah, there's nothing, but there are heroes that improve stuff. And you want to have them for sure. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't give them Vanguard. Okay. So, like, this is already insane, right? Because they are going ranking up, and that's improved them. So let's see.
Iron-willed.
Regiment of Renown. Yeah, so rank 9, they have 79 melee defense. 79 melee defense with rank 9. That's insane. Their Regiment of Renown is better because it has Vanguard deployment, immune to psychology, and that's pretty much it. And you know, it's rank 9, so it's amazing right away. And when I unlock Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, I tend to use them immediately, because at this time, I mean, my army is always somewhere beat up, and getting these is... whew. Yeah, they are disgustingly powerful. And they have ammunition of 3, not 2. So they do more special range attack. When it comes to technology, then again, a speed 10%. There is unfortunately nothing here. Nothing here, because it's a first tier of units, right? Nothing here, nothing here. It's fine, right? Then, yeah, that's it for units, experience gain for infantry. Nothing crazy. And it should be here. Physical resistance +5 for hammers and Ironbreakers. So, that's already 15. If you give them talent point, they have already 15. And you can expand it more. Missile resistance. Yeah, +15% missile resistance and more armor. So they get suddenly 15% missile, and they will block 55 already. And the next one is... whew, this one is... Jesus, this one is so fucking good. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I moved my mouse. Yeah, this one is... whew, Shield Wall of Gromdrill for Ironbreakers rank 7 and above. And look what it is. It's a formation ability. It gives you mass plus 100%, missile block chance plus 20. So you block 75 small missile. 75. Frontal shooting is pointless. Because most of the time, you are not gonna, do anything to them. They get more missile resistance, so they have already 25%. Outside of Lord, Army, buff, stuff like that. And the next one is ballistic plating. They can block, clad in a heavy plates designed specifically to protect against projectiles. This unit is capable of deflecting cannon fire. Imagine that. You shoot artillery into them and they still, move forward. Of course, they cannot run because there is a price for that. But the difference between dwarves that run and those that doesn't run is not that big. So they can definitely move. You can send them forward, and then behind them units can catch on slowly and you can progress. But having, Ironbreakers with this ability is just insane. And there is also a 10% weapon strength, which I would definitely replace for like more melee attack or more melee defense. Easy. I would replace that. The weapon strength 10% is okay for hammerers, but I feel for Ironbreakers there should be something more. Like this improves. Okay, this makes them even better, but I would go like 10% melee defense. Is that too much? Might be. And I'm looking here. Yeah, there is nothing special here anymore. So that's it from technology when it comes to them. I checked all the landmarks, and there is nothing specifically that buffs Ironbreakers. So I didn't found. And also, there is no specific Ironbreaker trait from the Heroes Lord that, buffs them. And my guess is because they're so fucking powerful, I don't think they should get buffed. Or, CA doesn't think that. But you may think, okay, that's already fine, right? That's powerful, that's it. But there are other things. Like if you have a runesmith, you increase spell resistance by 10%.
What do you want?
Extra. Is it stack? It probably stacks if you have to. So yeah, you get 10% more spell resistance by having just, runesmith with abilities. And they are all here, nerfs down everything. Of course, if you go for sharpened weapons and harder armor, that will definitely improve everything. Tains doesn't improve much, unfortunately. Gives glittering scales and that's it. Oh wait, my bad. Ammunition for Iron Drakes and Ironbreakers. So these guys, okay, so the ROR have 2. I forgot the Tain have the talent. So ammunition is still 2 for the ROR. But it does improve. It does improve their, ammunition by 1. Which is fine. It's absolutely fine getting 1 more charge. This is insane if you get like 2, because you then have 4 charges. And with 4 charges, the blasting charge is actually a serious thing. I want to check if they are count as a range unit, missile unit. No, they have a special attack, but sometimes it can affect units, so... But definitely if you have engineer, missile strength and ammunition might be, might improve them. Didn't actually check it, but I'm sure if you stack like 2-3 engineers, you're gonna be like fine. Yeah, this is a gyro bomber army. It's unstoppable. But again, okay, where is the Slayer? There are the Slayer. Okay. Slayers don't have anything that buffs army, so this is nothing for against them.
If you say so, Beardley.
But there's one more thing you could definitely do. Hold on. Is there... No. And these are the banner runes. Banner runes, if you have like 1-2 Ironbreakers, they're the perfect units to put on banner. For instance, that's it. You can give them speed, 20%, very good. But I would not give it. I would give them Master Rune of Grug, because it gives a ward save 10% and missile resistance to all units within 35 meters. So you get Master Rune of Grugny, and you spread 20% missile resistance. So they had like 30 by now. I mean 20-ish. So that's the double. So they're basically immune for a small missile, because they block most of it, and then there is a missile resistance. I don't know. I don't remember which was first, the missile resistance or the missile block. I would have to check it. Which one? If you know, please tell me in a comment which comes first, missile resistance or missile block. But this one is really fucking good. And Rune of Sanctuary as the next one. You give them 15% physical resistance and spell resistance. So they get almost 70% spell resistance. So they are getting almost immune. I mean, maybe not immune, but they definitely take much less spell damage, and the physical resistance stuck up, so they get like 30%. Yeah, there is a talent. Yeah, so depends what the combination is. The physical resistance is definitely, stacking up. Just amazing. And these are the 2 best defense runes. Of course, you can improve some of them, I mean, like by having other runes nearby, like Rune of Courage, immune to psychology but Heroes does that as well, so it's not really needed. Expert charge defense, they have it already, so it's not needed. Vanguard deployment and speed, that definitely help. Unbreakable, like this one is a Rune of Stoicism. If you give Iron... Jesus. I mean, this rune is already busted, because you have units that fight till the end. And if you give it to Ironbreakers, it might be a waste, because they fight till the end anyway. There is this one, Rune of Valea, which gives them perfect vigor. It's fine. And spell resistance, so that makes them, 85% spell resistance. Good luck getting that. Leadership, yeah, it's a joke. Definitely having a Master Rune of Stromny nearby would be great. I know Torek Ironbrow is having this ability. It's really good, because they lack of melee attack. The melee attack is their, downfall. This is another good one. The speed, charge bonus, and cause terror. That would be... Oh, wait. Oh, I'm clicking off. For fuck's sake. Sorry for that. I'm clicking off, so... What I was... Yeah, I was here. Rune of Battle. That's a very good one to have if you want to have them fighting. Will do amazing job. And rest, the final two are for artillery. I, in fact, was in a good place, but it's middle of the night, so I am getting, worn out. And these are for artillery as well, so there is nothing. And I think that's it. There are also, like, Grumbrindle buffs.
I'll do it.
That you can definitely have it. And, Grumbrindle itself is really good, and when you play Grumbrindle, you have the Ancestor event, that dilemma, and you can buff your army to just insane degree. I choose this one because this army is costly. Not that I need it at this point, and I might go for something else. But he in general buffs recruitment cost and recruit rank, which is, I always go for it because it's really fucking good. You may disagree, but yeah, he's really good at it. And all the buffs, like legendary lords that have like buffs for army, like melee defense, or physical resistance, stuff like that, it's really go-to.
I'm ready.
Yeah. When they defend, when this Grumbrindle defends, there is +10 to Ironbreakers. That's why when I see AI tends to have this ability, and when I see Iron breakers in Grumbrindle army and I'm attacking it at late stages, I'm like, oh man, how the hell I'm gonna deal with that? And yes, you do need to think about it, but they do not research, AI does not research, like abilities, unless it's the endgame crisis. And endgame crisis apparently have all the talents, and they're maxed out, juiced up, so the endgame crisis Ironbreakers are one of the strongest unit in the entire game when it comes to staying alive and being defensive. They are really hard to kill, and you do need to like combine some tricks to get them, so you can shoot them from behind, from a side, somewhere where they won't block. And of course, missile. But the missile, not missile, the spells. But spells, they take reduced damage right away, and if they have more stuff, like some runes or some lords have some abilities, then it takes significant less damage. They take less damage than they should. But you need to kill them. And often is the basic strategy for Ironbreakers is kill everything else, leave them. Because they have the low melee attack, they in fact are really crap to fight in a melee. It will take them a long time to do some serious damage in melee, so you can send a unit that will last. And they will fight for some time while you deal with rest. Important is, of course, to not let them use their range attack, because they will fuck you up greatly. And like I said, they are the best unit when it comes to melee defense from Dwarf roster. And yeah, well, what do you expect, right? Oh, look at this. Gateskeeper Helm. If you have a hero with that, more missile resistance, ball spell resistance. So dwarves have ways, you know, to reduce stuff, to reduce their, you know, damage taken. And that's just insanely good. I wish more could do that, but then again, if everyone would be that good, no one would be that good. I hope that was useful. I hope you liked this video. Please tell me if you do, if you like this format, what could I improve. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like my stuff, and if you want more. Have a great day, have a great night. Thank you for watching. Till the next time, take care and bye-bye.